Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be doing an impromptu look based on new products that I've got that I haven't got around to using yet. So one of the new things I've been trying out for about a month and a half now is this new face cream called Enigma. So this is the box it comes in. I love white and gold. To me it just kind of says luxury, do you know what I mean? So Enigma is a cream that contains bee venom. I've seen this a lot through other YouTubers. So it obviously fascinated me because bee venom is used in a lot of lip products for that plumping effect, and obviously it gives you that nice tingle to your lips. So this contains bee venom, manuka honey and shea butter. We all know manuka honey is a good antibacterial agent in terms of that if you take it and you've got a sore throat, you instantly feel a lot better. And we keep some in the cupboard downstairs so that if I find I'm getting a sore throat, it's the first thing I take and it doesn't develop. We all know shea butter is really good for the skin, so this contains all three. So this is the cream. It's got quite a distinctive smell. It's not perfumed. I don't know what it is. I've never smelled anything quite like it. It's just the cream of its own, if that makes sense. It contains all natural ingredients, and I've been using this morning and night. So the bee venom stimulates the skin to encourage cell regeneration. So the skin starts to produce collagen and elastin, and that helps to reduce the fine lines and wrinkles. The manuka honey helps to hydrate the skin and it locks in moisture. And as I said, it's got antibacterial properties in it. So it's great if you suffer with things like acne or other skin complaints because it reduces the inflammation in the skin. So I normally break out quite a bit throughout the month, but just since I've been using it, I've noticed that my skin hasn't been as temperamental. I don't know whether it is down to the cream. As I said, I want to use it for quite a while before showing you guys because I only like to show you things that I feel make a difference to my own skin. So as I said, with bee venom, if you use it in a lip product, it tends to make your skin really tingly, like your lips. This, you get a tiny tingle at the beginning, but it doesn't leave that kind of stinging little buzz feeling that your lips get when you use bee venom. So you just get a slight tingle at the beginning and that wears off. Now I've been assured by the company that no bees have been harmed in the making of this cream. It's all bee friendly. So if you're particularly oily, you may only want to apply it once a day. I am quite oily, but I find I can get away with applying it both morning and night and it doesn't seem to affect my skin, which is quite good. As I said, I've not been using it very long, but I can definitely notice a difference in my skin. If you want more details on the cream, there is a short video on their website which I found really useful before I decided to get the cream. I'll put a link to that in the description bar of the video, and I'll also put a link to the 25% discount code that I've got for you guys. So yeah, check it out. Take a before and after picture so you can really see the difference. So I find that's the best way to decide whether a cream's working for you. So I recently purchased the NARS Velvet Matte Skin Tint. This has got an SPF of 30 in it and it's oil free. So it's great for those of you obviously that are oily. I'm just going to work that into the skin. If you want to put a primer on, you can. I'm not going to. If you want it to last all day, you can use something like a oil control primer underneath. So the colour I'm using is light number 3. It probably looks alright on camera, but it is a little bit on the light side for me, but that doesn't matter because I'm going to bronze my skin up with a little bit of bronzer after. For something so light, this has got really good coverage, and I'm using my fingers because I want something quite nice and sheer. If you want a little bit of extra coverage, you can layer the product or you can go in with a brush. The next new product that I've got is by ZOEVA. This is their Concealer Spectrum palette. It's got 9 different shades, so they're all custom blendable. You've got something for every skin tone in there, and you can colour correct with the palette. It's really small and compact, so you can carry it around in your kit. It's nice and thin, so it's everything that you need in a concealer palette. So they're all highly pigmented, and you can blend them on with your finger or you can work them in with a brush. I'm just going to pop a very small amount of that underneath my eyes. I don't really feel like I need concealer because I don't have any dark circles as such, but it does just brighten up under the eye a little bit. Going in with my 109 ZOEVA Face Paint Vegan brush, I'm going to swipe that into the darkest shade in this palette. I'm just going to use that to contour. I'm going to pop that into the hollows of the cheeks, which is this small section here. I'm just going to work that in really simply in small circular motions. So it's just going to sink these areas. I'm going to put a very small amount down the sides of my nose. The reason I'm going for such a dark colour is because I want to bring some warmth back to the face. I'm then going in with my 103 Definer Buffer brush just to work that in. And I'm going to use a stipple motion to blend that into the skin. The concealers are really creamy, so they work into the skin beautifully, especially if you haven't set your foundation in place. If you use a stipple motion just directly over where you've worked the product in, you're not going to get that kind of muddy appearance to your skin, which can often happen if you're blending it out too much. And as you can see, it blends in really nice and you've still got it in the hollows of the cheeks. Then I'm going into the ZOEVA Contour Spectrum palette. So here we've got 2 contour shades and then 2 highlighter shades. I'm going to go in with this shade first. I'm going to put that into the hollows of the cheeks, and then I'm going with this shade to work as a bronzer just above the hollows of the cheeks. Using a powder over a cream is also going to help the cream to stay in place because you're going to set that. The brush I'm using is by Blank Canvas Cosmetics, and it's the F40 Vegan brush. So also going to take that around the hairline as well, again just to help warm up the skin and set that concealer in place. I'm going to go with the yellow powder just to set the concealer underneath my eyes. I'm only going to use a very light amount because I don't want it to come out too yellow. I just want to set that in place. The next new product that I've got is by Too Faced Cosmetics. This is Naturalize. As you can see, we've got all neutral shades in here, perfect for creating a really nice classic smoky eye. I'm going to use a little bit of the Urban Decay Primer Potion over my eyelids. This one is the original, so we don't get any colour payoff with it. It's just going to be a base for our eyeshadow. I'm just working that in with my fingers. The first colour I'm going to take is Cashmere Bunny, which is this shade here. And on a fluffy blending brush, I'm going to work that through the socket of the eye. So I'm just using circular motions on a fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to work that up towards the brow bone. This is going to be our transition shade. So I've applied one layer, and I'm going to apply another layer now. By sandwiching the colour, we're going to build up the opacity, but we're also going to build up the longevity of the eyeshadow. It's going to last a lot longer. If you have got hooded eyelids, you want to take this above the hood of your eye. So look into the mirror straight ahead and apply it directly where you want to see the eyeshadow, then close your eye and keep working it into that area. The next colour I'm taking is the darkest shade in the palette, and this one is called Sexpresso. Cheeky. And the brush I'm using is the E24 brush by Blank Canvas Cosmetics. The reason I love using flat shaded brushes is because they're quite dense, so the bristles are all tight together, so you basically can pack the eyeshadow on with a brush like this. It doesn't get lost in the bristles. When you want something more splayed out, more blown out, then you use a blending brush. So I'm going back into Cashmere Bunny, which is the first colour that we applied. And I'm using my Blank Canvas Cosmetics F10 brush. This is a small blending brush which works directly into the socket and does the work for you. We're going to blend the seam of the darker brown into the slightly lighter brown. Next I'm going to take the Makeup Forever Aqua XL liner, and this one is in the brown shade M60. I use this one most days, either on the outer lash line or along my waterline. That's why the pencil's got quite short, but it's really lovely. Works really well along the waterline because it just doesn't shift. So I always like to apply one coat along the waterline, let it set for about 30 seconds, then go in with another coat. Sandwiching the pencil along the waterline again is just going to help the longevity of the pencil. Going back to Cashmere Bunny and a pencil brush, I'm going to run that underneath the lower lashes. So now we're going to mimic the top lid on our lower lid. So I'm going to take that all the way to the inner corner of the eye and work that towards the outer corner, making sure to connect that with the outer corner of the top lid. Going back to my flat shader brush, I've dipped the very tip of the bristles into the darker brown, and I'm working that close to the lower lashes. Then we're going to get a nice gradient from the darker brown down into that lighter brown. And I'm making sure to connect that again with the top lid on the outer corner. Going back into my F10 brush, and I'm dipping that into Cashmere Bunny and Sexpresso. And I'm keeping it quite rounded. Again, that's up to you if you want to go rounded or you want to blow the look out towards the sides. It's completely up to you. I'm going to take my Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir mascara and just work that through the top and lower lashes. As you know, I use this mascara a lot, definitely one of my favourites. I like to apply 2 coats of mascara. I've just run a little bit of my brow width for it to darken them a little bit, and I'm going to go through that with the Benefit Ready Set Brow Gel. What I love about this particular product is the wand, because you've got small teeth one side and larger teeth the other side. It just works through them really, really well, and I really like the product itself. They don't leave your brows feeling too crispy, but it does keep them in place all day. For lashes, I'm going to use MAC number 35. The reason I chose these ones is because they're longer in the centre, and because we've gone for a slightly more rounded eye, we don't want anything that wings out too much. We want them to be longer in the centre so we still get that rounded effect. And these ones are actually a mix of brown and black hair, they're not totally dark. For blush, I'm using one of my favourites, which is the Illamasqua Lover Blush. This is a matte finish peachy tone, and I'm using the ZOEVA 114 Luxe Face Focus brush. I'm applying that to the back half of the cheek. So let's go back in with my other brush just to tone everything down again. For lips, I'm going to use Too Faced Melted Matte in Cool Girl. You can opt for a completely nude colour. As I always say, go with whatever suits you. This is quite a muted brown. For highlighter, I'm going to use the new MakeUp Geek and Kathleen Lights highlighter palette. So pretty. So you've got kind of a rose gold highlighter, a golden shade, and then a kind of icy pink. I think I'm going to go with this rose golden shade. Now I don't like a lot of highlighter, you'll know if you watch my tutorials. For a bit more of the minimal look. Got a little bit on the tip of my nose and a small amount on my Cupid's bow. So that completes this impromptu makeup look, just using some of the new products that I've received over the last few weeks. I'll list and link everything in the description bar for you. Don't forget to use the discount code for the Be Enigma. Got any comments or any questions, leave them in the comments section below and I'll do my best to get back to you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give the tutorial a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already done so, and if you've missed my previous tutorials you can click on these now and it will take you to those. Don't forget you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. They are all at ShowMe MakeUp. You can follow me on Snapchat at Shonagh. Thank you for watching and I'll see you again soon. Bye!